There are on average about 90 minutes every day that are currently taken up by our smartphones and gadgets, says Simmons in his article, How Technology Affects Relationships. And I thought, with this being about technology, I would use this as my prop since so much time is taken up on our phones. I thought this would be a great use to show how you can use technology. So technology is almost everywhere you look now. The heaviest of users are adolescents to young adults. With this technology surrounding us every day, I believe it can lead to damaging effects on relationships. I will start by talking about technology use in general, followed by the decreased interactions between people in real life, finalizing with how technology directly affects relationships. First, I will start by examining the usage of technology in general and how it can make people feel. I don't really think anyone is really a stranger anymore to technology or the World Wide Web. There is so much out there in terms of communication technology, such as instant messaging, email, text messaging, as well as communication-oriented internet sites such as blogs, social networking, and sites for sharing photos and videos, says Saburamaha and Greenfield in their study Online Communication and Adolescent Relationships. While specifically looking at young adults and teens, what other people post makes 21% of teens feel worse about their lives. Pressure compels 40% to post only things that make them look good, states Cohen in her article Technology and Relationships, the Pros and Cons. With how much time is spent socializing online and how many different platforms there are, it isn't all good or positive. Social technology is changing the way people interact, and as a result, it can make people feel worse and self-conscious when things get so out of reach with it being technology and online. Looking now at relationships and how technology can decrease interactions in the world, people are often uncomfortable with face-to-face confrontation, so it's easy to understand why they choose to use the internet, precisely because electronic media transmit emotions so poorly compared to in-person interaction. Many view it as a perfect way to send difficult messages. It blocks us from registering negative emotional responses, says Lickerman in his article, The Effect on Technology in Relationships. Sending something via an online message, whether it be in any form or on any platform, is a way to avoid a real-world interaction that's negative or uncomfortable. However, this takes the true meaning and the message of what is being said out of it, because body language, nonverbal communication, tone of voice, and facial expressions are essential to fully communicating a message across, states staff in the article 3 Ways Technology Can Negatively Impact Your Relationships. Cohen found that about 25% of teenagers spend face-to-face time outside of school with their friends every day, but 55% text their friends every day. Real-world connections and relationships are slowly dwindling while online social interaction is taking its place. Looking more closely now at how technology directly affects relationships, technology is an electronic drug that often yanks us away from the physical world. Like an addiction, the real cost for those who are truly addicted is to the number and quality of the relationships with others, says Lickerman. Simmons states that as a couple and family and therapist, he is no stranger to the polarizing effects of technology on relationships. He says that many couples suffer because one or often both partners are slaves to their screens. Each time we pick up our phone, we do so for 30 seconds to 2 minutes. However, the time is spent. It is time spent away from your partner or family or friends. Simmons further explains that partners complain although their other half is physically present, they are not really there when using technology. They are mentally consumed and distracted by social media, rolling news, or even obsessive games. Electronic communication may also be reinforcing peer communication at the expense of communication with parents, who may not be knowledgeable enough about their children's online activities, says Subramaham and Greenfield. Teens gravitate more towards their friends who are online rather than communicating with their parents. A 2014 Pew Research Center poll indicated that 1 in 4 cell phone owners in a relationship or marriage found that their partner was too distracted by their cell phone. Nearly 1 in 10 had argued with a partner about the excessive use time spent on their devices, and the poll noted that many arguments between couples had something to do with tech use, says staff. Technology can really put a toll on the closest relationships people have. Let alone all the hate and unnecessary content encountered daily by technology and how awful it can make people feel, technology is also affecting the relationships people have in the real world. The overall usage of technology, the decrease it has in face-to-face interactions, and the personal effects on relationships clearly demonstrate how technology can have a damaging effect on relationships.